In public hearings on August 20th, Commission Chair, that's Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, told the media in Johannesburg that the hearings were expected to go on for 6 weeks initially. Now, the briefing follows the North Gauteng High Court ruling to extend the Commission's deadline by 2 years, calculated from March 1st. Broadcasters will be allowed to carry these proceedings live, in line with the rules of the Commission on Transparency. Our reporter Mbongeni Muhtwa has been following this story.
By the time we finish the whole investigation and the hearings of the Commission, there will have been many witnesses who will have given evidence. These 6 to 8 are for a start. This is just a start. So there will be many other witnesses that are going to come. We have got to start somewhere, and we're starting with about 6 or 8. As I said, later in the year, we should have another session, and then from next year at some stage we should then go on for quite some time. So this might be a small number, but we are at the beginning. It's a start.
Now, your work or your terms of reference covers the entire state. State organs, parastatals, government and so on and so on. Do you acknowledge, is there a concern that maybe there's a perception out there that this whole commission was set up to investigate former President Zuma and those that were said to be close to him? Or what's your feeling around that?
Well, if you look at the terms of reference of the commission, you will see that they are very wide, but you will also see that there are certain specific features. Now, one of the features of the terms of reference is that there is somewhere where, for example, they require us to determine whether the president of the time, who was President Zuma, had any role to play, for example, with regard to the offers of ministerial jobs that are alleged to have been made by certain people to certain people. You will also notice that when you look at the terms of reference, there are specific parts of the terms of reference where there is a specific mention of the Gupta family, for example. So they are wide, but there are certain parts of it that relate specifically to the role of, for example, the former president and the Gupta family. But you will also see when you look at one of the terms of reference that there is a specific mention where it is said the Gupta family or any other family in terms of what role they might have had in regard to some of the issues that we are investigating. So they are wide, but they also have certain specific features.
Lastly, just for clarity, the time period that you're looking at, does it predate President Zuma's administration? Are you going to be looking at what happened in the previous administrations, even maybe going back to before 1994?
Well, at this stage, when I look at those terms of reference, I can't be categorical, but when you look at most of those terms of reference, they appear to relate to matters that happened in the last few years. So if anybody wants to raise an issue that goes too far, we'll have to look and see whether that's captured in the terms of reference, because the terms of reference represent the scope of work of the Commission. The Commission can't go beyond its terms of reference. And everything that falls within the terms of reference, the Commission will investigate and will deal with.